Do you love breakdowns? Do you need stats? Do you crave insight? Download the AllStar app. UFC, Bellator, PFL 1 Championship, and more. Ad-free, fully customizable. Download the best app in the business. Link in descriptions. UFC 284, Volk versus Islam, the super fight for the lightweight championship. Everybody has their opinion, you know what I mean? People are like, they really want to go for the underdog. They really do, you know what I mean? They love the underdog story, and that's where Volk is. He's in that position. Islam has been this dominant force. What do you see like from a tactical perspective in this fight?
Yeah, man. To be honest, the first thing I thought of when they announced this fight and I saw this is like, if there's going to be a team that is going to out strategize and outsmart Islam and their team, it's going to be, Joe Lopez and the City Kickboxing guys, combined. Eugene, Joe, Frank, and George, all of those guys, the coaches over there. The wrestling coach, is his name? Andre, I think.
Andre,
Peralt
yeah.
or something. Yeah. And they have such a fantastic lineup of coaches over there. And, man, time and time again, we've seen their game plans play out really well. They're all very cerebral fighters, high fight IQ, great cage awareness. So right off the bat, when I saw this matchup, I was like, man, if there's anyone to outsmart and outfight IQ Islam, one of these guys from City or Joe Lopez's gym are going to be the ones to do it. So, yeah, man, I'm really excited to see this fight play out. Obviously, there's so many factors that go into this fight, and any one of those factors could be a game changer here. But yeah, man, Volk might be the guy to do it. We'll see.
If he does, like, how does he do it, do you think? Like, what does he utilize in his skill set?
I off the top of my head, I would have to say that his striking is going to be his biggest asset. I think his size could be kind of a double-edged sword, right? He's shorter. It may be a little bit harder to get in and out against Islam than he wants. That being said, him being shorter and so thick, the takedown might be a little bit tougher for Islam than he anticipates. At least getting to the hips. But I do think the variety of offense that Volk has on the feet can present a problem for Islam. I think Volk makes really good reads on the feet. I think we've seen that in fights. He has the ability to adapt in real time and make adjustments to the opponent. He's just so well educated on the feet, everything. But his punches and kicks in particular, I do think that he's going to give Islam some problems with the striking.
With Islam, he's a southpaw and his striking is improving. Have
Mm-hmm.
you noticed the improvements throughout his last couple of fights? Like, what do you see in his striking that might even give Volk some problems?
Yeah, I think a big thing for him is like, there's different ways that you can improve as a striker. One could be technically, where maybe he's adding more tools to his arsenal. Um, but what I see from him is that he's a little bit more comfortable. That may be tougher to see in the last fight, even though he dropped Oliveira. He still felt a little bit kind of rushed and like frantic. But overall, I think we're seeing this trend of him kind of progressively settling in a little bit more on the feet and being more willing to engage there, even more so than Khabib was. So I think like kind of his comfort level and his confidence as a striker is slowly starting to come up. I mean, at the end of the day, he knows no matter what, if things go bad, right, he can always resort to the wrestling. I think he does a really good job of mixing in his punches and his kicks, and he kicks kind of from this longer range where guys have to close the space, and if they do, he knows he's going to level change off of that. So he's using the right tools that play into his skill set. But like I said, I think overall, I'm seeing a little bit more confidence and comfort on the feet, which can make him a better striker. You don't need every tool to be successful. You just need a couple, and you need to be confident with the ones that you have. And I think we're starting to see that a little bit.